Good morning, folks. Now, firstly, you can hear that I'm not far from a road. There's how far it is. A couple of 100 metres through the bush that way. A sealed road. Relatively busy one. I was doing a little bit of sort of, in a new spot, some sort of roadside markers and sign research, having a look around for new spots. I started following this old trail, sometimes used by mountain bikers and so on, but not used often. There's a hell of a lot of stuff across it, and no motorcycle tracks either. Anyway, I wanted to show you one of the coolest things I found in Asia. There you are. No, I did not do this. I think those of you that are familiar with me and my ways and would know that I wouldn't bother hoaxing. If I was going to do it, I'd make it something a little more splendid than that. But I still think that's pretty exciting. I don't think a person's done that, put it that way. That's a sawn piece of wood. Okay, so it's, put the bag down. That's been cut. That's a piece of termite nest. Okay, you can see it was once attached to the bottom side of that. So that's been broken off as a whole, one piece. There's no cut wood in the vicinity, I can tell you that. There is some about, I don't know, 2 kilometres that way, on the side of a by road, a side road. It's been picked up and carried here from quite a distance and placed specifically, if not meticulously, in the top fork of that X, on top of this stump. And just as a side note, this area has yielded more sign in this one morning than I've seen in the last month. It's staggering amount of stuff. And as I said before, I wish I could edit so I could splice photographs into these little clips, but I don't have the know-how or the software. Tree bends, breaks, blocking breaks, as I call them, the ones that have been pushed from the other side of the track to cross the track and not away from the track. And bends and scuff marks, possible footprints, sounds, stick leans, canoe tree style stuff, you know, actually let me explain it, bark stripping, if you will, but not strips like a cockatoo would do to get at a grub. Interestingly, they're like the Aboriginals used to do to make bark canoes. You'll see a tree with one big section of bark just taken off, quite neatly taken off in some situations. They're very curious things when I spot them. But this is one of the coolest patterns. It's reminiscent of stuff that I've seen in other clips, chiefly like from North America or Canada, that sort of thing, little rock piles and things. I saw a couple of rock piles up near Jindabyne at the beginning of the ski season when I was up there. But this is the most specific kind of patterning that I've seen in my region. It's up to date. It was a little more like that. Anyway, That's very cool. I will, I'm on my way back to check out another spot after having that little encounter with the feral dog, with the feral pup, a little while back. You might have seen. But when I do come back, I think I might bring someone with me. Problem is, finding someone, a like-minded person, you know, that has bush smarts and can be tight-lipped. Anyway, that's a very cool find. This area has yielded so much. Do a few more probes. Problem is the track is so windy that I worry that coming off this track in some of this slightly thicker stuff, it's getting thicker now, it's so easy to lose the track because of the bends in it, you know. But I must come back to this spot. Oh dear, amazing, so much. Jesus. Anyway, thanks, see ya.